I grew up in a Christian family, but when my mum and dad split up, my world fell apart, and I lost my faith in the God that I'd been brought up to believe in. I wanted to do things my own way. I wanted to have fun, I wanted to party, and I did, and I got into a lot of bad stuff. I got into a lot of drugs and alcohol and partying, and I was a thief and a liar, and I wasn't a very nice person at all. And I certainly didn't want the judgment that I felt that would come from a relationship with God, from the way I'd been taught to believe God was when I was a kid. A few years later, I was in a really abusive relationship. This guy that I was with had cheated on me heaps, and it was the last time that he had, and I'd found out about it, and I was laying on the sofa one night and I just cried out to God. I said, if you're real and you care about me, then do something, show me, because right now I don't believe it. Like I was broken, completely broken and alone, and just, yeah, really, really miserable. And the phone rang, and it was my dad, who was the most amazing man, of faith that I had known. And he came and he picked me up and he saved me from the situation, and that's the first time that I really remember God speaking to me, or answering me. We started hanging out, Matthew and I, and we went to a parachute festival, which was awesome, and it was inspiring, and it made us decide that we needed to give up the lifestyle that we were living, and stop taking speed and partying so much, and to really start to look into this whole God thing and get serious about being committed to Him. And so we stopped taking speed, and a couple of months later we found out that we were pregnant with Bethany. So we got married and had Bethany, and we were still kind of in a place of want to give up control, don't want to give up control, so we had Megan. And at that stage, we really felt that we wanted our kids to have the same sort of Christian foundation that we had. We started looking around at churches, and a friend of mine invited me to a girls' night out at City Church. And because I had Megan, I was in the baby room, and Eleanor had Andre, and she was in the baby room at the same time. And to be sitting in a room with a senior pastor and have her be so friendly and nice and real was a real shock to me, but she was absolutely amazing and just made me feel so welcome and said, come back and join us. We've got awesome kids programs, and so we did, and we've been there ever since. So we went on to have Jacob, and I was at a Seeking God retreat, and I kind of said to God, I don't get how you can love me, I don't understand how you can love me when I've been such a horrible person. And I felt Him say, Kerensa, do you love your children? And, of course, I said, of course I do, he said, why do you love them? And I said, because I made them, they're part of me. And it just clicked. I went, of course, and I got a complete understanding of how Father God loves us, because He is our creator. He made us, and He wants us, to be a part of His world, His relationship. So we have had 2 more children now, so we've got 5 kids altogether, and life is not easy, but it is heaps of fun. And I'm really grateful for the fact that I've got God in my life and that I can share Him with them, because I know He got me through a lot of stuff, and I know that I would not be where I am now without Him.